Connor Wilson from LaxAllStars.com, hanging out in the Lacrosse.com studios, talking about the new Adidas heads. So the first Adidas head that I got a chance to check out is the D-Monic. You can guess by the name, it's for defensemen. When you look at the face, it's really nice and wide, perfect for scooping up ground balls, picking up passes, all of those important things that defensemen want to be able to do. The great thing about it, though, is that it's really light. I'm amazed at how light this is, especially when you look at how strong it is. The sidewall rails are really thick. They're nice and wide. You are not going to warp this head. It's going to stay in its shape for at least a full season, which really is pretty impressive for a defensive stick. I put a pretty basic mesh pocket in there, but it's got enough sidewall holes that you can really do and string whatever you want to do. This is a college legal pocket. Maybe not college legal mesh, but it took that really well. It also takes a high school legal pocket, a youth pocket really well. And actually for a beginner, I think this could be a great head. Not only is it gonna last you a couple of years, but it's also got that nice wide face, so it makes catching and scooping really easy and makes your fundamental skills that much more important. So the next head from Adidas that we're gonna check out is the EQT Tboz head, and it's something different. I know a lot of people say their heads are something different, and then they're kind of similar. This one actually is something different. If you remember the old Gate Triton, which really had a full recurve, it wasn't just offset, it really came back up. The EQT Tboz does the exact same thing, where it comes down and then curves back up. So if you like whip in your stick, if you like a crazy amount of hold in your stick, the EQT Tboz could be your jam. It's pretty solid. It's got a little bit of flex to it. I could see face-off guys using it maybe a little bit, but honestly, if you're a guy who really likes to dangle, loves that high pocket, I think the EQT Tboz is going to be something different. If you don't like whip, I wouldn't recommend checking this one out. It does throw a little bit down naturally because of that recurve. It's very similar to what you're seeing in a lot of the top-level elite women's sticks. So it's interesting to see a piece of women's technology, which has originated in the men's game, now coming back to the men's game. So I think this is going to be interesting. It's going to be something different. In terms of stringing up a pocket with no shooting strings, trying to get no whip in it, I think people are going to come up with some really interesting stuff in this stick. So I'm excited to see how it's adapted to the lacrosse community, how we adapt to it. But if you are looking for a lot of hold and a good little amount of whip, I think the EQT Tboz could be a stick favorite of yours. The final stick we're going to look at from Adidas is called the EQT Enrage. I dyed this one up using some RIT dye. It took the dye really well, which is always exciting. It's a nice little bonus. And I put a pita pocket with some floating sidewalls down at the bottom. After I put mesh in this originally, went out and played with it for a little bit. The pocket was really nice. It's a very consistent stick. It's kind of your more standard offset. It's got a really good keyhole shape to the face. Overall, I think this is going to be the most popular Adidas head. It's kind of like a Lakota. It's kind of like an Optic. It's kind of like an Evolution. It really does take a number of different really good portions from other sticks and kind of jams them all into one. I've also heard that face-off guys are enjoying it. I took some draws with it. It definitely works. So this is a great head. Offensively, I think it's going to be really popular. Face-off guys, midfielders, attackmen, maybe even some long stick middies who are looking for something a little bit narrower. It's still college legal though. So this, I think, is going to be a really popular head. It's kind of very current. It's very much what kids are using today. So I think this is great. If you're looking to give a product a try, you don't want to go too weird, too different, I think the Enrage could be a favorite. So all three Adidas heads come in once they're strung up at about 7 ounces. So you got a couple ounces there for stringing. They really are light. They're strong, they're sturdy, and they're well produced. You've got a really nice range from a true defensive head to a true offensive head, and then something with the Tboz, which is totally different with the recurve, where you get a little bit more hold, a little bit more whip. So you've got 3 really different heads, but I think that all 3 of them could be quite popular. So Adidas has made a strong entrance back into the lacrosse game. I'm excited to see where they take it next and how the college guys enjoy using these products. You can buy all 3 of these brand new Adidas heads right here at lacrosse.com.